believe it or not. It was so windy. Yesterday I was feeling bad. If you notice, when I use mild language, I feel bad. If I got a fever blister here and a fever blister here, boy, that would hurt. I guess I've run a low-grade fever. I think that's what causes fever blisters, because hence the title. But when I'm under the weather, I get a little grumpy. So that's why I'm making this video indoors, because my luck, I don't know if it's going to be windy because we had having that warm front come in, but all that wind yesterday and that traffic noise feels good to make a quiet video. Anyway, this message is to you, and I figure a majority of you here in Claremont County go to Kroger. People, you need to start checking when you go through self-checkout. You need to stop forgetting to get your change. I go in Kroger last night. I bought me an 87-cent Kroger Cola. And as before I put the money in, I looked down, there's a $5 bill. Somebody lost $5. Well, being the honest person that I am, the monitor, I call him the monitor, the worker that oversees all the self-checkouts. As I put my dollar and pay for mine and get my change back, I give the $5 back. I say, someone's forgot their change. Now, technically, that's mine. Computer did mess up. One time my sister was walking in, or her and Dad was walking into a Save-A-Lot in Oneida, Tennessee. Crowded Save-A-Lot. And in that store, you have to walk past the registers. In other words, if there's somebody pulling their carts out, you exit, you have to zoom by them. As they went in the store, there's a $100 bill on the floor. That ain't Save-A-Lots. No. That's whoever lost it. Well, that $5 bill, someone's lost it. So technically, it'd be like me finding it on the floor. Kroger don't own that $5 bill. Somebody forgot it. So technically, I ain't breaking no law. I could take it, go, but I'm honest. Now, if the computer mess up, to me, that would be theft from Kroger. And Kroger would probably have to be prosecuted. But if a customer comes in, hey, where's my change? Kroger don't want to prosecute me unless that customer is begging them to, because they could lose my business. And I'm a wonderful customer of Kroger. Now, my grandpa was a businessman. He ran a restaurant. He died before I was born. He ran a grocery store, and I've heard stories. Mom's told me stories from him. I think they had a shoplifter or two, back in the 50s. And something about my grandma got mad at him because he wouldn't have this one arrested. He said, I can't. They're a great customer. They got a few mental problems, but that's the only time I ever noticed him. He said, I don't want to because he spends all my money here. If I have him arrested and charged, I'll lose this business. Like Kroger, I'm an honest guy, all right? So if I would took that $5 bill, which I didn't, and the customer come in later on and wants to press charges, Kroger don't want to do that over a $5 bill. Because if I go to court, whether I win or lose, guess who ain't got my business no more? I would rather bike to Myers, to be honest about it. Once you pee me off with an eye, that's it. I told a friend of mine years ago, once you pee me off, that's it. Period. I don't care if I was starving. I would rather go 10 miles. But anyway, I'm an honest person. And yes, I know I could take it to court and beat it. Anyway, I'm an honest person. I'm getting tired. Now, in the last month, that's a total of $45. People's forgotten left. This lady forgot $40. She had a baby with her. She got in the car. I seen the 40 as I approached the self-checkout. Seen it in the lane in a cash drawer. I gave it to the monitor, and they gave it to the management. She come in 5 minutes later. Okay? She's damn lucky I was honest. People, you need. I don't know why they don't have some kind of laser at the changer. So when your hand will go in there to grab the change, you would break the beam, so deactivate the alarm. So if your hand doesn't go into the changer, the alarm is activated. So when you would walk away, alarm would go off saying, "Hey, you forgot your change." Yeah, when it drops those bills for 5, 10, 20, whatever it is, it'll make very little noise. You need to start looking at that. Since they ain't got the technology, you need to start looking at the self-checkout, because in the last month, $45 is laid in my drawer, in my changer, where people's forgot their money. And I'm an honest guy, and I could have walked out. Okay, let's assume I would have walked out. They stopped me, and I got my own change. After I paid my stuff, I've got my own change, but there's a crowd behind me. I ain't got time to count my change because the place is busy. I got time to get my stuff and go. If I had my own change mixed in with that $45, they can't prove theft. They can't prove it. Hey, it's in my own change. I didn't look. I could take it to court and beat it. Now, if now like last night, I only got a nickel and pennies in change, and that $5 bill. So there's no need for me going to that change drawer. I could have walked out, and they checked my receipt. Well, you only get 7 cents. Why would you go down to the cash drawer? So that would look like theft on my part. It probably technically is. But if I wanted to be dirty, like at $40, I could have paid my stuff and got my own change back. Say it had been $7 or $8 in change, mixed in with that 40, and walked out, and they can't prove that I knew that was in my change. But that 40 would have been in my change. They can't prove it. They can't prove that. I could take it to court and beat it. People, for your own good, you need to start looking at your changer. In the last month, people's forgot as I approached the self-check, they forgot a total of $45. And I'm getting tired, to be frank with you, of sometimes the monitor's not there at the self-checkout, or the management, you got to hunt them down. It's getting old hunting them down because, absent-minded people is forgetting their change. You would think in hard times nobody would forget their change, but they do. It's getting old for me hunting down the monitor or the management saying, "Hey, some good Samaritan has forgot their change." That's getting old. Getting real old. I'm not mad. I hate to see people lose. I really do.